Hello, my Inklings, my Samajims, my Borzes. Been in 1874, back at it again with a brand new video. This time, I'm gonna be doing what I did last week for the Owl House, but for Season 2. Now, for the first episode, the Golden Guard is another player, or is another NPC that asked to play. But this time, the DM knew this was going to happen and intended for it all along, because they gave them a bunch more lore, a Coven Sigil, which is the only sigil that would work, because I don't want to actually limit the amount of magic they can use, and an Arc. All their lore is figured out, and the DM is ready to traumatize some innocent people. So he's gonna have some fun. Now we got several minisodes that become actual, like, minisodes that are single sessions. I'm calling them minisodes because they aren't that super important to the whole plot. Like that one episode with, actually, no, that's a bad example. Anyway, certain episodes, I'm not going to talk about much. What episode should I talk about? Okay, next episode I'm going to talk about is the episode where they make combo glyphs. Mostly just because I want to talk about how those work. 1. The power of the Titan is not one only Luce can use. Her abilities come from making them, so she can also teach others to make them with her class abilities. She has an ability called Improvised Spells, which makes it so anytime she's near an object that could be used to make a glyph, she can make one. She can teach other people, and the spells that are given for the glyph combos they find in this story are Featherfall and Invisibility, but the invisibility requires a con save every round with a DC of 15. If it's ever failed, you return to visibility. You can do attacks and normal stuff like that. You can do attacks during it, though, so it has a bit of a disadvantage and a bit of an advantage. But the glyph combos are very important or not that important, but they're important to the plot just because I wanted to explain how this would work. Because I'm thinking of making this actual subclass, even though I suck at making homebrew. Either way, now, after this, we move on to the Palisman episode! Yay! This episode occurs because everyone else has a scheduling problem. Hunter and Luce are the only ones that can play. For some reason. Like Luce, the player for Luce's schedule is just always really, really open-ended. Now, this episode is, like everyone who appears in this episode that's a character in the main line is an NPC. But actually no, they're not an NPC. How about that? The player for King and Ida are being messaged what is happening, and then they're saying their responses. But the main stuff is what like they're messaging what their character will do, and the DM's role playing for them. Which is very uncomfortable for the DM, because they weren't comfortable role-playing, like, a lot of characters. So, this is the first session, like, the second session between Hunter and Luce. And their characters are kind of given more room. It's a very good episode. The artificial staff, I don't know how I'm gonna make that work. Maybe just... I don't know why I'm saying the artificial staff would just be... He has magic, but he doesn't use glyphs, so how are we going to make this work? Just say he's a wizard, and the staff, or he's a sorcerer, and the staff gives him power, so when he doesn't have it, he can't use any of his spell slots. Or make him an Eldritch Knight, or something like that. Yeah, so that's how it would work. He has a special ability, by the way, where he can use Misty Step as a... I dropped something. But he can use Misty Step as a... not cantrip, but something I called a special... or like a quick spell. Where you can use it, it still costs a spell slot, but you can use it even if you've already used a spell in that turn. Now, this episode is important because Hunter's character, a player character, is now starting his arc, and that's very important for the lore. And the character is like enjoying himself, but he doesn't know if he actually wants to change sides. He might just want to stay being evil, but he can't. The character's too much of a, the player's too much of a goody two shoes. He can't do it. He's gotta change. But he's resisting enough to start an arc. And when Flapjack appears at the end of that episode, it's the first moment where he goes, screw it. Now I forgot the name of the episode. The episode where they go to the future. That episode is one of the only days. Was one of the only days like Lilith's character can actually play. And the Ida subplot is the DM having a private session, or the DM having a session with King and Ida separately. Hootie has never been a character, by the way. Always been roleplayed. But so in this episode, we finally meet Philip. Yeah, yada yada. After all the diary entries, which I hadn't been mentioning because I'm stupid and forgot. We have all the diary entries, and we've met Philip, and it's just like, wait, what? Hold on, wait, what? He's not what was once thought? The time pools are a cool idea, but, like... He realizes they could create a lot of problems, so he makes sure to mention, oh yeah, these might not appear ever again. Because, like, what if they just went back in time and killed Belos? So he realizes this could be a massive plot hole, but making Philip evil was his first plan on the grand journey of Belos! But this is only the beginning. Skipping ahead a bit, we've got Hollow Mind, which is the first time the players cried inside of the DM's house, which the DM crowns as an achievement. They, weren't expecting it. It's a session where the characters there were Hunter, Ida, King, and Luce. By the way, all the Coven heads are NPCs, because the DM was like, okay, I can't have all of these characters being actual people. I just can't. It will be too much. Far too much. So Hollow Mind is where things get real. Of course, they find out all the truths, which is the DM telling them this. And the problem here is, everyone starts crying. Hunter's character knows he isn't dead, as the DM messaged him, like, you are with Luce's, like, glyphs, you can make your way out. And he does that. Luce didn't know, he just thought he was gonna die. And, like, yeah, this episode, man, that screwed me up, but, like, everyone is just like, what the hell is wrong with you? When the DM explains things, like, everyone loses their minds, but they can't get him to stop. They just love it so much. So they keep it going. And, that's where we get into that one episode with the Illusionist Coven head. Now, the DM kind of got over his confidence problems. He's having fun with roleplaying as NPCs instead of just being miserable. But, he's having a good time. And, like, everyone is having a good time. This is the first episode this is one of the first episodes or the first session that's been had that did not have Luce, nor, like, the other people. I did not do, like, the Emerald Entrails episode, because I very tired, and I'm not, and I'm getting, and like this is, I shouldn't have scheduled this for Thursday. Anyway, like they play, and like all the lore stuff happened, and like the DM didn't get them up to date, so they actually don't know what's happening with Hunter. They don't know what's happening with his character at all. So this episode's very interesting, but like a problem arises later where like the characters kind of feel like they're being underfleshed out, but the DM, I'll get to that in the next video. So I know I do that thing where I like talk and it doesn't make sense and then it skips. Doesn't matter. We are skipping ahead a little to the finale. Wait, actually, no, not to the finale, because I need to explain Harpy Ida. Now, Ida, like, was never able to use the, like, Lycanthrope's half-transform ability, because basically, if she ran out of hit points at any point, she'd go into a full moon frenzy, which is the Owl Beast. It was much easier to maintain her normal form without magic, as nothing was draining her, but the DM did make it in a situation where one is stressed, or you would be stressed, you would lose twice as much hit points, and since she became level 1 and lost all of her health, or based on wizard health, kept it, this became a problem. They did level up fast in this campaign, though. Through, like, that dream sequence, she gained the ability to essentially half-transform. But, gained the ability to half-transform. But, until that one... Yeah, sorry, Eclipse Lake episode, they couldn't do it on command. Until Eclipse Lake, they couldn't do it on command. I'm not going over Eclipse Lake. There's a lot of things I'm not going over. Deal with it. So... Harpy Ida is just Lycanthrope transformation into. By the way, their creature is an owlbear with wings. Don't know if like an owlbear with wings. That feels fair. Anyway, now the harpy for I don't know what else to say. We're finished with the harpy section. We're moving on to the finale. Okay, so in the finale, everyone could be there. Literally, everyone. Everyone was good. Everyone could be there. Everyone has motivation. They made sure they were not going to play this unless everyone could be there. If no one could be there, they'd find a new time. Because this is a pivotal session. This is a very pivotal session. Well, it's not the finale of the entirety. It was this arc's finale. So, we move on. Now, King being a Titan was a kind of, like a, what? Of course, they all knew, but, like, they were just playing it up because it was fun. But they do add it for a bit of drama, and now that the Collector's connected to him, the connector. Anyway, so now things are going. Things are going. We're gonna jump in at the moment the draining spell hits. Things are going horribly. The combat's raging on. But even all of them can't win against Bellows because this man's stat sheet is weirdly insane. And the Hex Squad ain't winning, and everyone else is being drained by the draining spell. They can't win. Wait a minute, I just realized, did Lilith ever get a Coven Sigil? It's never shown that she has a sigil. Huh. Anyway. The Hex Squad's fighting. Bellows' monster stat sheet is weirdly stacked, even without magic. He was being drained too, so he's losing a bit of HP every round. He's losing a bit of HP every round. He's not doing too well. But they aren't going to be able to win, and he's adding the fact that Bellows, in his rage, is attacking the portal door. Luz specifically is very annoyed at this. But King, he's not in the combat, because he's never really been a combat-centered character. He goes down with Kiki, Kiki also being roleplayed by the DM, goes down with Kiki, and leads him to the collector tablet. He activates it, and that deal is struck. Now, when everyone sees the collector, it's a collective, "What the hell?" with the table. He immediately kills Bellows, or so they think. And things are like, what the hell, what the hell, what the hell, what the hell. As they make a rush for the portal door, everything's breaking, everything's falling apart. As the collector shapes the skull of the Titan, everything is happening all at once. But Luce's character realizes the portal's falling apart. She uses the glyphs to restore it, but she can't keep it contained and go with them. But then the collector draws up King, and King's character says, I use my sonic blast to shoot them towards the door. His character tries to object, but she fails the save, which I'm going to say is a con save. She fails the save, even with advantage, because she's being held there by plants. Gets launched through the door, trying to open it. Everyone loses their minds in the room when the DM says, and that's the end of today's session. They all scream at him, "What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you doing this to our emotions?" But he says, "Are you enjoying it?" And they all agree, they are enjoying it. And then he says, "Well, I gotta go on vacation, so I'm gonna be out for a bit." Like, no, he's not gonna go on vacation. He's actually moving soon, so he says, I have about 3 weeks before I move. We got 3 sessions. We gotta make them big ones. They have no idea how they're gonna jump off from this, but it's concerning. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna end today's video. See you later, my Inklings, my Sandwiches, and Boruses. Peace out.